Hi my dear friends, my name is Abhishek and you are watching Maths Magic channel on YouTube. Today we are going to discuss about or solve exercise number 1.5. Here question number 1 is classify the following numbers as rational or irrational numbers. So first is 2 minus root 5. So here 2 is rational number and root 5 is irrational number. So we know that rational number minus irrational number, the answer is irrational number. Rational number minus irrational number, the answer is irrational number. Then also we will try it with the decimal expansion. Here the value of root 5 is 2.236 and so on. So 2 minus 2.236. So the answer will be minus 0.236 and so on. 3 dots. So the answer is non-terminating and non-recurring decimal expansion. This non-terminating non-recurring decimal expansion lies under irrational number group. So the first answer is irrational number. Second question is 3 plus root 23 minus root 23. When we open the bracket, we will get 3 plus root 23 minus root 23. Cancelling plus and minus term when both are equal, so we are getting 3 as the answer. 3 is rational number. Sub question 3 is 2 root 7 upon 7 root 7. So cancelling, we can directly cancel root 7 in the numerator denominator, or 2 root 7, here 2 and root 7 both are in multiplication, and 7 root 7 means 7 and root 7 both are in multiplication. We can write that form also. So cancelling root 7 we are getting 2 by 7, that is rational number. So question 4 in question number 1, that is 1 upon root 2. Rationalizing the denominator. Here in the denominator root is there. So if we rationalize the denominator, we have to multiply with the value in the denominator, that is root 2. So 1 upon root 2 into root 2 upon root 2, that is root 2 into 1, that is root 2, and root 2 into root 2, 2. So we know that the value of root 2 is 1.4142 and so on digits. So 1.4142 upon 2. So this is irrational number upon rational number. So the answer will be irrational number. Sub question number 5, that is 2 pi. So here 2 is rational number and pi is irrational number. The value of pi is 3.1415 and so on. So 2 into 3.1415 and so on, we will get 6.283 and so on values. So this number lies under non-terminating and non-recurring decimal expansion. So this is the irrational number. Now moving on to the question number 2. Simplify each of the following expressions. The sub question 1 is 3 plus root 3 into 2 plus root 2. Opening the first bracket, we will put the value 3 here, and second whole bracket here, 2 plus root 2. Now putting the remaining value in the first bracket, that is plus root 3 in here, and second bracket whole here. So 3 into 2, that is 6, plus sign, that then 3 plus 3 root 2, plus sign here, then 3 into root 2, that is 3 root 2, then plus sign here, 2 into root 3, that is 2 root 3, then plus sign here, plus root 3 into root 2, that is root 6. This is the answer. Now sub question 2 in the question number 2, 3 plus root 3 into 3 minus root 3. We already discussed the formula, that is a plus root b into a minus root b. So the answer is a square minus b. So here 9 square 3 square, that is 9, minus root 3 square, that is 3, 9 minus 3, the answer is 6. So this is a plus b into a minus b, that is a square minus b square whole square. So here a is 3 square and b is root 3. So 3 square minus root 3 square. So answer is 9 minus 3. So 6 is the answer. Sub question 3, root 5 plus root 2 whole square. This is a plus b whole square, that is a square plus 2ab plus b square. But here root is there, so we will get the answer as a plus 2 root ab plus b. So root 5 whole square plus 2 into a into b plus root b square. B is root 2, so root 2 square. So root 5 whole square, that is 5 root 10, root 5 into root 2, root 10, 2 root 10 plus root 2 whole square, that is 2, 5 plus 2, that is 7 plus 2 root 10. So answer is 7 plus 2 root 10. Sub question number 4 of question number 2, root 5 minus root 2 into root 5 plus root 2. So the formula is root a minus root b into root a plus root b. So the answer will be a minus b. So here root a square or a square minus b square, because the formula is a minus b into a plus b, that is a square minus b square, but here a is root 5, so we will put root 5 whole square minus, and here b is root 2, therefore we will put root 2 whole square, root 5 whole square, that is 5 minus root 2 whole square, that is 2, 5 minus 2, that is 3 is the answer. Now question number 3. Recall pi is defined as the ratio of the circumference c, that is 2 pi r, of a circle to its diameter d. D diameter is 2 times radius, that is 2r, 2 pi r upon 2r, that is pi is equal to c upon d. This seems to contradict the fact that pi is irrational. We know that pi is irrational number, but c by d is a rational number. So how will you resolve this contradiction? So here contradiction is taking place, so they are telling us to resolve. So to resolve it, we have done a simple explanation here. Pi is equal to c by d is a rational number. We know that c by d is a form of p by q, the standard form of rational number, that is p by q. Here c and d, this is rational number if c and d both are rational number, but out of c and d, if any of the number is irrational number, suppose d is irrational number, then the answer is irrational, and if c is irrational number and d is rational number, then irrational number upon rational number, then also the answer is irrational number. This is the simplest of the explanation. Or if we go into the detail, we will get that on the number line, this is our general scale. On the scale we are getting all these numbers as the rational numbers, and we don't know that c is circumference, that is 2 pi r, and d is diameter, that is 2r. So 2 pi r upon 2r, so we are getting pi as the answer. We are getting pi as the 3.141 pi, because we are taking radius as 3.5 centimeter. 3.5 centimeter means 35 upon 10. But if the radius is not 3.5 centimeter, or this is not rational number, then, or if we are taking radius as irrational number, then the answer is irrational. This is the simplest of the explanation. So these are the two methods by which we can solve the question number 3. Now question number 4. Represent root 9.3 on the number line. So first of all we will draw a number line. We will go on the left hand side from the 0, 9.3 centimeter. We will take the measurement of 9.3 centimeter. So here 9.1, 9.2, 9.3, putting 9.3 on the 0, we will go that much distance on the left hand side, and we will get this point. This point is denoted as A. This point as the starting point as B. Now we will go 1 centimeter right hand side also, and this point is C. Now we will find the midpoint of AC with the help of arc method. Now we will take the compass. We will put our compass here and we will draw two arcs. First we will take this arc, and second we will take this arc. Then we will draw this arc. We will get the intersection point here. Now we have to extend this intersection point with the help of larger 180-degree circle master. We have to extend this intersection point on the number line. When we extend this intersection point on the number line, we will name this point as P. So till now we have got 4 points, A, P, B, C. Now again, after this we will draw a semicircle with P as the center and AP as the radius. After drawing the semicircle, we will extend the point B on the semicircle with the help of circle master, bigger circle master. We will extend this point B on the semicircle, and the point we are getting on the semicircle is point D. Now taking B as the center and BD as the radius, we will extend this measurement on the number line, and we will get point K. We will take this measurement on the compass, and we will extend this measurement with the help of arc on the number line, and then we will get the point k. So this k point is called root 9.3 on the number line. Now we will go through steps of construction. Draw ray AX. We have first of all drawn ray AX. Then mark point B on ray AX such that AB is equal to 9.3. Mark point B on ray AX such that AB is equal to 9.3 centimeter. Then mark C on BX such that BC is equal to 1 centimeter. Mark point C on ray BX such that BC is equal to 1 centimeter. Then by drawing perpendicular bisector of segment AC, obtain its midpoint. Then what they are telling to do? They are telling us to obtain the midpoint of the AC with the help of arc, taking A and C as the center. Now draw semicircle with center P and radius AP. Now we have to draw the semicircle with center P and radius AP. Then the sixth point is draw perpendicular to segment AC at B intersecting the semicircle at D. Draw perpendicular to segment AC at B intersecting the semicircle at D. Now you have to draw perpendicular to segment AC from point B on semicircle, which is point D. You have to extend this point B on the semicircle and you will get point D. Now then BD is equal to root 3. Then BD is equal to root 3. Let line AX be the number line on which B corresponds to 0 and BC is equal to 1 unit. Here B corresponds to 0 on number line AX and BC is equal to 1 unit. Then draw an arc with center B and radius BD to intersect ray BX at K. Now you have to take B as the center and BD as the measurement, and you have to extend this BD measurement on the number line BX. You will get point K. Point K represent root 9.3 on the number line. Point K represent root 9.3 on the number line. So here this is how our question number 4 is over. Now question number 5. Rationalize the denominator of the following. Rationalize the denominator of the following. Question number 1 is sub-question number 1 in question number 5 is 1 upon root 7. So here in the denominator root 7 is there, so we have to multiply with root 7 in the numerator and denominator to remove the root 7 from the denominator. So root 7 into 1, that is root 7, and root 7 into root 7 is 7. So this is our answer. Second question is 1 upon root 7 minus root 6. So we have to remove the root from the denominator. So we will multiply with root 7 into root 7 and root 6, but the sign will be opposite. Instead of minus we will take plus, so that we can remove the root from the denominator. 1 into root 7 plus root 6 upon root 7 minus root 6 into root 7 plus root 6. So root 7 plus root 6 into 1, that is root 7 plus root 6, and root 7 minus root 6 into root 7 plus root 6, that is a square minus b square. So root 7 square minus root 6 square, that is 7 minus 6, that is 1. So root 7 plus root 6 upon 1, that is root 7 plus root 6. This is our answer. Third sub question is 1 upon root 5 plus root 2. So we have to multiply with root 5 minus root 2, because we have to take the opposite sign of which is present in the denominator. So 1 into root 5 minus root 2. So root 5 minus root 2 is our answer. And root 5 plus root 2 into root 5 minus root 2. So root 5 square minus root 2 square, that is 5 minus 2, that is 3. So root 5 minus root 2 upon 3, this is our answer. And last sub question 1 upon root 7 minus 2. So we have to multiply with the opposite sign which is present in the denominator, that is root 7 plus root 2. So root 7 plus root 2 into 1, that is root 7 plus root 2, root 7 plus 2, and root 7 plus 2 and root 7 minus 2, that is root 7 square minus 2 square, that is 7 minus 4, that is 3. So answer is root 7 plus 2 upon 3. This is our answer. So here our question exercise number 1.5 is over. So repeat all the questions 3 to 4 times, so that you can have the expertise in all the questions. Thank you and have a nice day, my dear friends.